The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
The Rosh Yeshiva Torah Das Rav Pam was once by a chasna in Williamsburg. He came late to the chasna and he stayed till the end. And it was time to leave. It was bad weather outside. It was snowing. No one offered him a ride, and he called the taxi, called the car service. While he was waiting for the car service to come to take him from Williamsburg to Brooklyn to Flatbush, there was another young Talmud there, a young Bacher. So he invited him to come with him. They come into the taxi, and the taxi takes his address and he starts to drive. Rav Pam noticed that the meter wasn't running. So he turns to the driver and says, "Excuse me, sir, maybe you forgot to turn on the meter." So the driver looks at him and says, "Nah, we're not going to use the meter for this one. Don't worry. Give you a good price." So Rav Pam said, "No, I think you have to turn the meter on." So the driver said, "Ha! My boss, he's a ganef. My boss is a thief. He takes so much money from me. It's okay if this ride he doesn't get a share of." So Rav Pam says, "No, you can't. You have to put on the meter. You're not allowed to do that." And the driver looks at Rav Pam and says, "Listen here, Rabbi. It's snowing. It's bad weather outside. I picked you up. I did you a favor. You want me to leave you on the street or not? Don't bother me." So Rav Pam didn't know what to do. So Rav Pam looks at him and says, "I'll tell you what. You run the meter. And when we get there, I'll pay you what the meter says. That's for your boss. And I'll pay you separately whatever the meter says. You get paid twice." The guy looks and says, "Okay, fine. No problem." Flips on the meter. They drive. They arrive to Rav Pam's house. And the meter says $12. Rav Pam took out $12, gave it to him. Said, "This is for your boss." Then he took out another $12. He gave it to the driver. And then he took out $2 and gave the driver a tip. And the driver, his mouth wide open, watched as Rav Pam said goodnight, and he went out. As the Bacher said over the story later, with the amazement of how the driver acted in surprise to Rav Pam, but how Rav Pam was so careful to be V'yisem Nekiyim Hashem Umi Yisrael. And that is indeed what we have to strive to do.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org